and score on their opening drive.
Justin Hopkins on 40.
And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Allow me a second here to gush, because in his college career, the only player in NCAA history to rush for over 1,500 yards and pass for over 3,500 yards in a season, and he did it twice.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. Yet he only won the Heisman Trophy once.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play that time for the Ravens. 68 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and
they go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down and, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Cousins now from the 50. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down. Here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be 51. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. It's a foot race. He's at the 30.
Bring in the second string.
And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
But how about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
So we've hit halftime here in what obviously is a very fast-moving first half of play. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Now a first and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Third down and 9.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On second down, it's Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete to Kyle Rudolph. It's a gain of 20.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. It quickly to Thielen here. And he gets it down to the 32. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Ravens.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Yeah, he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football.
A fumble on the play. recovered by the Ravens.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff position? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
13. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And Cook has it left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Throwing again on second down. Cousins, incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A first down throw for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson.
Cousins pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
Hit the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah.
tonight from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here comes Johnson on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And his first look is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
After the interception, here's Jackson out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5.
Miles Boykin.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Steelers nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Jalen Ferguson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 38-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Roethlisberger is sacked. Fumble on the
Parker, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line. And now look at him go. The 40, the 20,
Here we go.
10.
Here we go.
And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
How about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Chris Boswell.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And
he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Return. The Steelers take over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking.
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. He'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Pass intercepted.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And going deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
Steelers nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson now returning. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Malik Harrison. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Steelers.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
For Pittsburgh.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 32-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And no, they can't connect on the pass, so that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Ravens, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man open, it's Ross. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And now it's blocked. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 27. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
Ravens.
For a quarterback, there's two sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. He'll try and run it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 15 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 3 last play this time. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A pickup of 2.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And the Ravens.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Marquise Brown was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Complete to Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
at their own 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Browns 12.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken in at the 3. Powers through, and there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw, eluding the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They go play action now. Jackson on the move to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking.
Lining up for the
They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
and 20.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. But Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And going deep downfield for Boykin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play action. Now Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.